Hello, and welcome to That's Why We Have Hot Dogs in the Freezer. It's been a long day of filming episodes. I typically have like a list of what I'm going to be filming for the day, and I like to get about 4 or 5 videos ahead so that I don't have to stress over making videos. And I thought I would bring you in behind the scenes and show you just what I do as far as editing go. This is one of those videos that I wish someone else had done so that I could watch it before I started it. So let's get into this. So I use an application called ShotCut. So the first thing I'm going to do is, right now I have 2 windows open. I have the window open for my deviled eggs episode, and I have a window open with all my YouTube tools that I use. So I'm going to go over here to the deviled egg folder first, and I'm just going to copy that. Alright, so, and this will become clear why in just a minute. So then I'm going to start up ShotCut, and sometimes this takes a minute, but we'll see how long it takes this time. This is all free software, it's open source. Okay, so I've got ShotCut open. What I want to do is I want to open up my playlist, and I'm going to come over here. Well, before I open my playlist, I'm going to go here, click on Save, and I'm going to navigate down to my deviled eggs folder and just paste that in and click on Save, and now I've got a project created, deviledeggs.mlt, sitting in the same folder. This is where all the work is going to happen. So now I've got that open. I take this video and I drag it into, they call the playlist area, and it immediately starts playing because this is a preview of what you've got in your playlist. I don't need to see it right now, so I'm just going to stop it. Now if you'll notice over here on the right hand side, a little something is going on. It's called Make Proxy. What that means is it's actually generating a smaller sized file that we'll be using to work on in here, so that we don't have to go after whatever size this file was. This file was 1.99 gigabytes. That's a lot of file. It's a lot of data to go through for a video processing program. So we're going to make a proxy to stand in for the video. And then what we'll do is, once it gets done generating it, we're going to shut down the application and bring it back up, because that's one of the requirements. So I'm going to just fast forward this video in my editing of this one, and I'll be back with you as soon as we reopen the project, okay? Okay, the generation of the proxy is complete, so I'm going to shut down ShotCut. Oh, I have to save first, yes. Okay, so now I go back in and reopen ShotCut now that I've got the episode and everything. It's going to be using the proxy now. It's going to point to the proxy whenever we do any editing. So there we have it. And what you need to do is go down here, and I'm going to add a video track, and I'm going to add a second video track, and we'll see why in a minute. I'm going to take this video track and I'm going to set it to no volume, and I'm going to make it invisible. I'm going to bring this video track down and put it in here. You notice I got a little gap right here. That's okay, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play this video, and if I remember correctly, this took a while for some reason. So let me just move forward. Yeah, it's still in there. You see this spike right here? This is probably where I say hello and welcome to That's Why We Have Hot Dogs in the Freezer. Let me unplug my headphone jack so you can hear it. And I'm going to move this. Sorry, I resized it. I didn't want to resize it. But let's move to this point on the line. and we're going to let this go.
Hello.
Right there it was. So I'm going to put it back here and use this, which is the split tool. What this is going to do is it's going to split this video into two pieces. So I hit the split tool, and then I'm going to click on this left hand side. I don't want this left hand side, so I'm going to delete that. And then I'm going to hit the remove and the home key, and that puts me right back at the beginning where I do the intro to the video. So let me run it.
Hello, and welcome to...
Okay, that's pretty good. Now, yeah, I know I cut my head off. That's why we're using this one as a demo. I'll probably still put this video out, but with the mistakes now let in it. So what I have to do here is, with ShotCut, they give you some automatic filters. Anything that is an effect in ShotCut is called a filter. So I'm going to take this little black dot and I'm going to stretch it over till I get to right about where I say hello. And if I go up and click on filters, you'll see that a filter has been added. It's got fade in video and fade in audio. Well, I'm not going to fade in the audio. I want it to come in just like it is. So now if I play this,
Hello, and welcome.
You see how it faded in? Let's go back, and I'm going to increase this to 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to come back down here, go back to the home, and play this again and see how that looks.
Hello, and welcome to...
That's a little better. Now, I'll explain why I have this empty track now. Let this play a little bit.
Today, we are making...
Now you see where I'm writing on the tablet. Well, I happen to know what happened was I forgot to put the name of the episode on the little whiteboard. So I'm going to do a cut right here. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to stop right here, burn it back just a little bit. See, I threw the pen into the can. So that's kind of interesting. We'll keep that. Let's just scrub back. This is called scrubbing when you're going back like this. I'm going to move up just a little bit. Yeah, right there. And cut the video. Now, I can take this section now, drag it up. And the way it works with editing is anything that's in this upper track will show over top of whatever's on the bottom track. Well, I just made this one up here invisible and mute so you won't see it or hear it, but I also won't lose it just in case I would make a mistake and cut something I didn't want to cut. So now we're going to come here and play this again.
We are making...
All of a sudden I'm a speed writer.
deviled eggs.
Okay?
Everybody has a recipe for deviled eggs.
Let's fast forward to the end of the video. And oh, look, nothing's going on. So let's go here. Let's go back. I had some people here, so I was feeding them deviled eggs. So let's go to where the waveform looks like I should be doing something. There. We'll play that. Oops, a little too far. Let's go to here.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Now, scrub back just a little bit to where I'm still looking at the camera, and I'm going to do a cut. And I know that I don't need the rest of this, so I'm going to remove it. So now our video is about 7 minutes 35 seconds long. So let's go here to the end, just like we did at the beginning, and let's pull this over to about a minute. I'm sorry, a minute, a full second. This is in seconds. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to go up here, and I don't want to fade out the audio, I just want to fade out the video. So if I come in here now and hit play.
Subscribe by hitting my little face, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Now, you just heard me reference hit subscribe and hit my little face and all that stuff. That is a tool inside of YouTube. That's not part of the video making process. So when I publish these later on, usually 4 o'clock in the morning, I go ahead and add the other information that I mentioned there. So let's go back to the home. And what I would do from here is I would continue on just watching the video and seeing if I make any mistakes that I want to cut out, which sometimes I leave them in. But you notice I've got a video on top and it's not even looking at it.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah, so we're going to come up.
Everybody has a recipe for deviled eggs. And I'm not claiming mine is the de facto, this is the
Yeah, yada, 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 yada. Let's just move ahead a little bit. I pick an egg out of the bowl
Just one more.
and I cut it in half. Oops. Almost cut my finger. Let's move it up ahead a little bit more. We're up past 1 minute. Alright, so you get the idea. So what I'll end up doing is I'll end up going through the rest of the video and making sure there's nothing that I don't like or anything like that. And once I'm finished with the video, then we go up to export. And I like to go to use the custom preset over here for YouTube, but then go to advanced and use the codec. That means it's going to be using my video card. It's going to make it render a little faster. And the quality right now is at 55. I like to go around 80. And then you just click export file, and it's already finding the deviled eggs folder, and it's going to make a video called deviledeggs.mp4. So click on save. And this is another one of those things where it's going to take forever to render. So I'm going to stop the video right here, and if you want to see how this one comes out, then just stay tuned for the deviled eggs video. But for now, this has been another episode of That's Why We Have Hot Dogs in the Freezer. If you like this video, please like and subscribe by hitting my little face over here. And we'll see you next time. Bye.